Okay, so welcome back to my channel. Now, for those who are new to this channel, my name is Susan, and on this channel I usually talk about what's going on with the MCU, with now the DCU, and Star Wars. But mostly the TV shows, but also movies in relation to casting announcements or synopsis or whatever. But today I am going to start following a different franchise and I call it a franchise simply because it's based on a series of books, which never heard of. I don't know when these books came out, but I'm going to say it wasn't when I was the age that I would have been reading them. But anyway, it's Percy Jackson and the Olympians. So the trailer just came out, and we've seen some guest spots. So today I'm going to go over the synopsis of the show, or at least season 1, and also cover when we're going to see cameos of other gods and monsters, which, it's Greek mythology. You know that those are coming. But anyway, to the article. Percy Jackson and the Olympians Season 1 has a supersized ensemble, while the bulk of the narrative weight will fall on the core trio of Percy, Annabeth, and Grover. The 8-episode installment will feature a number of godly and beastly guest stars throughout. The crux of Percy Jackson Season 1 is a quest to retrieve Zeus's stolen master bolt, a trek that takes the demigod Trinity from Long Island, New York, all the way to Hollywood, California. That's quite a trek. That path is far from a linear one, as it is paved with otherworldly obstacles at seemingly every passing intersection. Ahead of the show's December 20th premiere, Disney Plus's Percy Jackson and the Olympians has revealed when fans can expect to see some of these cameoing characters. So let's start with Dionysus, who is played by Jason Mantzoukas. So, Jason Mantzoukas' Dionysus is confirmed to appear in Percy Jackson Episode 8. So the season finale. Considering his pivotal role at Camp Half-Blood and his appearance in the trailer, it is likely that the god of wine will show face in episodes before the finale as well. Or maybe he's gonna just, be a surprise appearance at the end. Who knows? Chiron, played by Glynn Turman. Glynn Turman's Mr. Brunner will appear in Percy Jackson's Episode 1. This is his wheelchair-bound, mist-induced alias that guides Percy in the mortal world. Like Dionysus, Mr. Brunner and his true centaur form of Chiron will likely have multiple other episodes this season. Now, again, don't know about Dionysus, but if Chiron is mentoring and leading him along his way, then yeah, I would expect him to make multiple appearances. I mean, since he isn't actually wheelchair bound, he isn't gonna just send him off and then forget about him. Alright, Clarice LaRue, played by Dior Goodjohn. Dior Goodjohn's Clarissa LaRue will appear in Percy Jackson Episode 2. The daughter of Ares is confined to just Camp Half-Blood in the Lightning Thief book, so while she may have more episodes, expect to only see her when the trio is present at the Demigod Haven in New York. I'm really curious, like I said, I've never read the books. How can you have something called Camp Half-Blood filled with demigods, and literally the populace has no clue? Oh, wait. Think of reality, Susan. No, actually, that checks out. Alright, then we have Luke, played by Charlie Bushnell. Charlie Bushnell's Luke will appear in Percy Jackson Episode 2. Like Clarice, Luke is exclusive to Camp Half-Blood in the first book. That said, expect to see him at least once more when the finale comes around. Okay. Echidna, played by Suzanne Cryer. Wonder if she has any relation to John Cryer. Suzanne Cryer's Echidna will appear in Percy Jackson Episode 4. This will likely be her sole appearance, as the mother of monsters only confronts Percy and company during the fan-favorite St. Louis Arch Showdown. Alecto, played by Megan Mullally. Megan Mullally's Alecto will appear in Percy Jackson Episode 1. Disguised as Percy's schoolteacher, Mrs. Dodds, in the mortal world, Alecto is Percy's first face-to-face encounter with the greater Greek god universe that awaits him. Okay. This sounds like this is going to be really insane. I'm so looking forward to it. Medusa, Jessica Parker Kennedy. Wow, is this supposed to be basically the Trials of Hercules, but using Percy? Jessica Parker Kennedy's Medusa will appear in Percy Jackson Episode 3. Considering the snake-haired lady is the questing trio's first monster encounter outside of camp, this likely means that the quest episode begins here. Alright, Hephaestus, Timothy Amundsen. Timothy Amundson's Hephaestus will appear in Percy Jackson Episode 5. While Hephaestus does not pop up in The Lightning Thief, his presence is felt in the Tunnel of Love chapter. Expect the mid-season premiere to venture to the amusement park. Hermes, and he's played by Lin-Manuel Miranda. Finally, an actor I've heard of. Oh, God. Lin-Manuel Miranda's Hermes will appear in Percy Jackson Episode 6. Like Hephaestus, Hermes' debut is being accelerated to this first season, as he does not appear in the books until the second installment. The latest trailer revealed that this scene takes place at the Lotus Casino. I didn't look this up, but I wonder how many books there are. Hades, played by Jay Duplass. Okay, that name sounds familiar. Jay Duplass's Hades will appear in Percy Jackson Episode 7. The underworld is Percy, Annabeth, and Grover's ultimate quest destination, and this debut coming in the penultimate episode makes sense. Alright, Ares, played by Adam the Edge Copeland. Woohoo! We have a wrestler playing Ares. I guess that makes sense. Adam the Edge Copeland's Ares will appear in Percy Jackson Episode 5. This indicates that a God buys us cheeseburgers chapter will come in this episode alongside the aforementioned Tunnel of Love showdown, further indicating that Hephaestus' on-screen appearance aligns with the amusement park. Expect to see Ares at least once more when he battles Percy in the culminating sword showdown. Zeus is played by Lance Reddick. He looks familiar. The name sounds familiar. Where do I know him from? Lance Reddick's Zeus will appear in Percy Jackson Episode 8. This aligns with the God of Lightning's debut in the books, as he does not show face until Percy is literally face-to-face with him on Mount Olympus. It's uncertain as to if fans will see Zeus in any capacity before the finale. And considering the type of father Zeus is, that checks out. Okay, Poseidon, played by Toby Stephens. Toby Stephens' Poseidon will appear in Percy Jackson Episode 8. Like Zeus, Poseidon is confined to Mount Olympus, meaning he will likely not be seen until Percy makes his way up to the 600th floor of the Empire State Building. Alrighty then. Sally Jackson, played by Virginia Cull. That looks like the mom. Virginia Cull's Sally Jackson will appear in Percy Jackson Episode 1. Sally's screen time in The Lightning Thief is small, so expect to only see her in a limited capacity beyond the premiere. Okay, that's good to know, because based on the trailer, it sounded like she was going to die. So, unless they're doing flashbacks, I'm going to be happy that she lives through this. Okay, Gabe Ugliano, played by Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp's Gabe Ugliano will appear in Percy Jackson Episode 1, Smelly Gabe. Smelly Gabe is confined... Okay. Apparently I don't know where periods are anymore. Smelly Gabe is confined to the mortal world, so only expect to see him beyond the premiere if he locks eyes with a certain snake-haired lady come the final episodes. So I'm guessing that he's... Wait, this said gods and monsters. I've never heard of these people. So it sounds like the writer made up gods for the book, is my guess. But anyway, that is all I have about Percy Jackson. So, with that, I will see you guys in the next video.